The president directly why you think what he just said is wrong about Obama.
Well, I did with my first statement, but I'll go on.
Please elaborate.
I'll elaborate. Exactly right. First of all, I like the way we did it in Massachusetts. I like the fact that in my state we had Republicans and Democrats come together and work together. What you did instead was to push through a plan without a single Republican vote. As a matter of fact, when Massachusetts did something quite extraordinary, elected a Republican senator to stop Obamacare, you pushed it through anyway. So entirely on a partisan basis, instead of bringing America together and having a discussion of this important topic, you pushed through something that you and Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid thought was the best answer and drove it through. What we did in the legislature, 87% Democrat, we worked together. 200 legislators in my legislature, only 2 voted against the plan by the time we were finished. What were some differences? We didn't raise taxes. You raised them by $1 trillion in Obamacare. We didn't cut Medicare. Of course, we don't have Medicare, but we didn't cut Medicare by $716 billion. We didn't put in place a board that can tell people ultimately what treatments they're going to receive. We didn't also do something that I think a number of people across this country recognize, which is put people in a position where they're going to lose the insurance they had, that they wanted. Right now, the CBO says up to 20 million people will lose their insurance. Republicans had a plan. They put a plan out. They put out a plan, a bipartisan plan that was swept aside. I think something this big, this important, has to be done on a bipartisan basis. And we have to have a president who could reach a family plan. That's already offered in the private marketplace. You don't have to have the government mandate that for that to occur. But let's come back to something the president and I agree on, which is the key
Perks for their executives to make sure that they didn't lay off workers during a recession. The auto workers that you meet in Toledo or Detroit take such pride in building the best cars in the world, not just because of paycheck, but because it gives them that sense of pride that they're helping to build America. And so the question now is, how do we build on those strengths? And everything that I've mentioned, and I'm concerned about America. I'm concerned about the direction America has been taking over the last 4 years. I know this is bigger than an election about the two of us as individuals. It's bigger than our respective parties. It's an election about the course of America. What kind of America do you want to have for yourself and for your children? And there really are 2 very different paths that we began speaking about this evening. And over the course of this month, we're going to have 2 more presidential debates and a vice presidential debate.
Well, Jim, Lara, thank you and good night.
Conclusion of the first presidential debate of the 2012 cycle. Candidates now embracing their wives, families coming up onto the stage. We will, no question, along with the rest of the Plutocracy, engage in a robust discussion of the 2-word question, who won?